Welcome back to another iSimmed video, and in this one we are going to see which way Jeanty's career turns out better via Madden. So I'm going to starting us off in week 16. So all of Jeanty's real life stats so far as a Raider are counted and in. We are going to advance through Jeanty's career, see how he does as a Raider. Then we're going to go back in time to that 2025 NFL draft, pick an alternative location. Let's say the Raiders pass on Jeanty, go for a tackle like many thought they should. He falls to the Bears. How is his career as a running back for Ben Johnson different than how it's been going for him in the Raiders? I'm going to sim both, and then I'll meet you at the end to compare stats and storylines. Alrighty, and that is going to do it for Jeanty's Raiders career. After 12 seasons, he retires a Raider, never left. Let's go ahead and take a look at his stats for the season. Not sure here, it doesn't show his stats there, or I don't even think career stats it will show, because he's no longer on the active roster because he officially retired. But go to the NFL record book, he might have Raiders all time. And he does. Rushing yards, 13,000. Rushing touchdowns, 107 over 12 years. Averaging almost 10, call it 9 touchdowns a season. And then over 1,000 yards rushing every season as well. Let's go ahead and check out where he stands on the legacy all-time at running back in Madden. Looks like Jeanty is going to finish above him, but Jeanty does. He went to 2 Super Bowls, couldn't win, and had 9 yearly awards. All right. When you look back at it, this was his worst season with 496 yards, only on 100 attempts. Not sure if he got hurt or whatnot, but might have just been regression and played less. He had a few seasons where he got hurt, right? Didn't play fully, but his best season might have been either 2029 or 2034, where he had almost 1,700 yards, 12 touchdowns, and only 1 fumble, averaging 5.8 yards per carry. Jeanty had ended up having a solid career as a Raider. Now it's time to put him on a different team, redraft him, and see if he might have a different career path. Maybe end up winning a Super Bowl. Alrighty, and in this scenario that we're doing, we're saying, what if the Dallas Cowboys ended up getting Jeanty in last year's draft? How different would Jeanty's career go? So I have written down Jeanty's Raider career stats after simulating to the end of his career. He played for 12 years, had 18,000 legacy points, 13,000 yards, and 107 touchdowns. What will he end up doing for the Dallas Cowboys? Now, he does have bigger shoes to fill. Jeanty as a Raider ended up breaking all of their franchise records, whereas there's almost no chance Jeanty in Madden has ability to beat Emmitt Smith when it comes to their records. But career-wise, will he be one of the greats? Will he have won a Super Bowl? That's what we're simming to find out. So I will not make you guys sit through the whole simming process, but we'll meet you guys at the end of Jeanty's career as a Dallas Cowboy and find out, hey, was it actually bad that Jeanty went earlier in the draft? Or will it all end up working out? We just have to be patient with Jeanty and his career. Alrighty, and in this Madden franchise simulation, Jeanty also retired after 12 years. However, there are some differences in stats. So we will head over to Legacy first to start out. for the running back, and Jeanty is still higher at 19 thousand points. In the Raiders, he had 18,000. So very close. Still no Super Bowl or Super Bowl appearance even. However, for the same amount of time, he did have a difference in stats. Jeanty had 13,236 yards rushing in his career for the Raiders. He had 14,625 yards as a Cowboy. That's an extra 1,400 yards rushing extra over the same time period. He went from 107 rushing touchdowns on the Raiders to 160 for the Cowboys, which is just a different animal. Just a different animal overall. Ended his career at 87 overall with a regression, but I'm sure at some point he was a 99 in there. And let's take a look at his seasons. So rookie year, 976 yards, 11 touchdowns. Had a down year in 2028 with 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. A little bit down numbers 2027 and 2028. But every single other year he had over 1,000 yards. He had 17, almost 1,800 in 2034 with 25 rushing touchdowns. 25 rushing touchdowns in 2034. That is insane. Along of 98 in back-to-back seasons. I would say that while he didn't end up getting any Super Bowl wins either way, kind of the life of a star running back, it seems. There's no doubt he had a better career because he went to the Cowboys. Over 50 more rushing touchdowns, 53 to be exact, over 1,000 more yards. And I imagine he had a couple offensive player of the years in here as well. Let's take a look. In 2029, Joe Burrow got MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. You don't usually see that. It's usually one or the other. But interesting enough. And so it looks like Jeanty never got Offensive Player of the Year. Even in 2034, when he had 25 touchdowns, Bart Thiel got Offensive Player of the Year for the Rams. But anyways, forget that part. I'm sure he got top running back a handful of times. Ashton Jeanty career, if he stays on the Raiders versus what if he got drafted to the Cowboys? How would that be different? Well, we just found out via Madden. If you guys did enjoy the video, like the video and subscribe for more content that is similar. Comment down below the next iSimmed series video I should do. Until next time, peace.